Hey guys, this is Jack Nelson. Thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks featuring my brother Cameran Nelson.
This is Boston Chris with another great episode of the ETX Rock Show.
Louise here.
Descript.
Featuring all genres and styles of entertainment.
And coming to the ETX Rocks. Let's hear it from Louise, please.
From the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond.
Out of the box with ETX Rock.
It's awesome.
We keep them coming.
$5, that's pocket change.
Well, hey, y'all, this is Haley McDaniel. Are y'all ready for this?
ETX Rock Show is the greatest show of all time, okay?
We are ETX Rocks.
The ETX Rock Show is the best show of all time, say? The other shows, you're good, you're real good. As long as we're around, you'll be second best, say?
Cut.
From the great state of Texas, this is the latest episode of the ETX Rock Show. Nestled in the piney woods of East Texas, the ETX Rock Show delivers the stories and songs of talented artists of all genres, all styles, from the unheralded and unheard to the legends and beyond. We bring a passion for music and a drive to go behind the curtain with our guests. We focus on all artists, from LA to New York, Nashville down to Texas, and everywhere in between. ETX is our location, not a limitation. Now, as always, it's viewers and listeners like you out there that are our biggest support for the show. If you want to contribute to the show, please do so by donating to www.paypal.me/ETX Rocks, and thank you for tuning in. So thank you for checking out this 211th episode of the ETX Rock Show. Now, our guest this week was born out near Lubbock, Texas, and now resides in the hill country town of Blanco, Texas. He started his musical journey at the young age of 13, and within a couple of years was selling merchandise for the King of Honky Tonk Garage store. Cameran Nelson is an award-nominating Texas chart-topping singer-songwriter who uses a plethora of life experiences to draw his fans in with his lyrics. His 2015 sophomore album, Good Thing Going, is a gritty, countrified album with a heavy dose of rock and roll influences sprinkled throughout. Guys, we are super excited to have Cameran Nelson on the ETX. All right, guys, so we do have a surprise for everybody out there, even for Cameran, really, because you didn't know Jack was coming today.
I had no idea. Good surprise, though.
Yeah. So Jack Nelson is also in the house for this episode. He's going to help me host this because who knows Cameran better than Jack, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
You know, when you grow up in a house together,
Yeah.
you get to know people.
You guys are both amazing, artists in your own right. Is there a lot of competition among y'all?
No, I think it's more of a camaraderie.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's really different music.
Right.
I don't think we have the same kind of thing going
Oh,
on
I
at all.
completely
so
agree, yeah.
Yeah, it's never a competition thing. It's fun when we get to play together. It's
Right.
not, doesn't happen very often, but
Yeah, because you guys are kind of going your own ways, and
Man,
you're
we work
playing
the
the
same
same
nights.
nights. Yeah.
yeah.
And you guys, we're really excited about having Jack on the show a little bit later in 2018. I think the end of January.
Yeah, January, yes,
we're
that's right.
scheduled up, so that's going to be a lot of fun as well. Now we have Cameran Nelson in the house. We're really excited about that. I want to thank you for your time
No
and
problem
coming
at all.
on the show.
Thanks for
and
having
he's going to play a couple of songs for us. So tell us about the first one.
Well, the first one I'm going to do is it was our most recent single, a song called Little That We're Living On. Cool song, did well for us on the Texas charts.
Yeah.
It was a #1 for us on the Texas Regional Radio Report, which is killer.
And you
I
just
love
found
that.
out today that it was #6 for the entire year. You
Right,
did not
I had
know
no
that.
idea for
Yeah.
the whole year. It was
For the whole
#6.
year of 2016, this song was #6. So I'm sure a lot of you guys out there have already heard this song, but this is a completely unplugged live acoustic version of Little That We're Living On. And so you guys check this out, and we'll be right back with more from Cameran right after this song.
Size. You've got the weight of the world on your mind today. Don't have to tell me the times are tight. We sleep a little less every night. Don't let it get you down. We've gotta get away. Girl, it's all good. Yeah, it's alright. We ain't gotta break the bank to fill up the tank and crank up the radio. Drop the windows and get it gone. 'Cause we're gonna live a little with a little that we're living on. yeah, it's alright. We don't need a lot of money, honey. We've got all we need in the blue sky sunshine. Just rolling along. Girl, it's all good. Yeah, it's alright. We ain't gotta break the bank to fill up the tank and crank up the radio. Drop the windows and keep going. 'Cause we're gonna live a little with a little that we're living on. Yeah, a little that we're living on.
All right, so we are back, and we want to thank Cameron for coming on the show. Eastgate, the rock band from the Palestine area of Texas, is sponsoring this episode. So you guys check out this message from Eastgate.
Hey guys, this is Louise with the ETX Rock Show. Are you looking for a high-energy rock band for your club or party? Well, look no further than our friends from the band Eastgate. Eastgate is ready to perform wherever you need them. With original material and their own unique spin on carefully selected cover tunes, Eastgate brings an awesome experience for up to a 4-hour set. Book them at www.eastgaterockband.com. Again, that's www.eastgaterockband.com.
All right, so we are back. We have Jack and Cameron Nelson. Now, Jack is not being interviewed. He's going to help me interview his brother. So that'll be a lot of fun. And
I'll
maybe...
try to take it easy.
I'm a little worried about what kind of questions y'all are going to have coming up in this. Like, this guy's got answers to questions that shouldn't even be asked.
So this will be way behind the music. I guess my first question for you, Cameron, as an artist with a lot of country and rock and roll influences, it's obvious in your music. How hard is it for you, first, to find an identity that's you, and then to maintain that identity as well?
Well,
musically speaking.
Musically, I don't know. Finding an identity is more playing what we like, and
right.
It doesn't always match. We've got songs like "Little That We're Living On" that are kind of rocking it upbeat, and then we have songs like "Backslider's Hymn" that's just a drunk ass country song.
Yep.
So,
and there's everything in between too.
Right.
I mean, you listen to "Good Thing Going," and that album is chock full of so much differences from song to song. It's like listening or reading a book, and each song is a chapter in that book. It's one of the best albums I've heard recently in the Texas scene. I think.
Thank you. That's kind of the idea we had for the whole thing, was to make it, a chapter kind of thing, and make it to where you can listen to it from start to finish and hopefully feel like you got something out of it.
Right, and I definitely agree. And you're also an amazing ballad singer, I gotta say. Some of the best love songs I've ever heard. But my favorite is "This'll Be a Memory," which we were talking a little bit about off camera.
That was a cool tune written by my producer, Aaron Schurz, and that when he presented it to me, I couldn't believe that no one else had recorded it.
Right.
And, I do like to write a lot of my songs, but I'm not above taking something that a friend or whatever wrote too and making it my own.
Well, it's funny, we walk into sound check and that's the song you guys were sound checking to, and I was like, damn, that's meant to be.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
And what I love about the song is the fiddle in it is so subtle. It's there and it's beautiful. But the song is also proof that it's not always just about the lyrics in a song to make somebody feel something. So tell us about the process for you in the studio for putting a song like that together with so many musical parts.
Well, we've got a pretty good idea as we're writing the song as where we want to go musically with it. And a lot of times in the studio, what the ideas that we thought we had, when you get a room full of musicians in there and they start putting their own little twist on things, then our ideas go right out the window. Right. And what they came up with was way better, cooler than what we thought we had come up with.
All those little intricacies, right?
Yeah, we definitely loosen the reins for all the musicians in the room and say, make it your own. And there's a couple times when it gets a little overboard and we'll, say that's cool, but let's try it this way or whatever. I don't know. It's a fun process.
Right.
And every song is different, and so they're not. When we start building them, it's really I don't know, from start to finish. Every recording session, every song is its own entity. It's there's no written script of how we're supposed to do each one.
So it's like you go into the studio, you're almost blindfolded when you get there. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, we do like to go in with notes and have a game plan, so we're not wasting a bunch of time and money. But yeah, we do. We're so far, I've always been very pleasantly surprised at what's come out.
Right. You got something, Jack?
Oh, I'm just agreeing because I'm going through the same process right now. So it's cool to watch these songs grow and change. And I know Cameron will shoot me some work tapes every now and then of some stuff he's been working on, and it's cool to watch what he does with it in the studio and what they come up with. It's always
the funniest part is like when I write a song and I play it and I record it on my iPhone and I show it to my wife and she's just like, that sounds horrible. She's like, okay. She doesn't exactly say it like that. You could just tell like she didn't like that. And then we'll go into the studio and bring it to life. And, well, that's awesome. That sounds great.
How important is it to you to have that sounding board with your wife?
Oh,
where you can just kind of bring it to her and be like, hey, what do you think?
She cracks the whip and puts me in my place a lot of times when it really needs to happen. So it's awesome. But I love her for it. She does it in the most blunt, evil way possible, and it's perfect.
Right. So we're here at Coaches and Cowboys in Tyler. Cameron's got a show here tonight. An amazing venue here. I definitely want to give them a shout out. We're in the green room here. And Cameron has Kirk Baxley playing bass tonight. And we were talking, I'm not going to say what we were doing, but I have to say on camera that we're among Texas royalty here. Cameran Nelson, Kirk Baxley, Jack Nelson, some of the best country artists. And I know you don't probably like being called a country artist, but
I don't care. Honestly, it's music.
Well, I mean, I'm reading about you and researching you, and it's always Texas country artist Cameran Nelson, and it's like, is this person even listening? Because I definitely hear the country, but it's more than that. And like a lot of people would say, well, that country and rock means it's red dirt, and I don't even feel that from you either.
I don't know what it is, man. I just love playing it and just run with it. And
so, yeah, I mean, it's part of your songwriting process. Is there a genre in mind when you're sitting writing, or is it just pouring out?
Man, I don't know. I think each song we approach differently, and if I had to say there was a genre in mind, it'd probably go like to 90s rock, kind of somewhere between Soundgarden and the Gin Blossoms.
Nice.
So
I just heard y'all play a Wallflower song in Soundcheck, and I was like, dude, that drum sounds like the Wallflowers. And then sure enough, so yeah, I definitely feel that from you. Is that some of your influences is from like 90s era rock and roll?
I mean, it was that and Bon Jovi and George Strait and
wow.
So Boston and whatever. It was all
like Journey and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, my dad was real big into old rock and roll too, and then of course old country. So I probably sang harmony and played bass on every Merle Haggard song ever written.
Right.
Because my dad had a band also, and that's what I did when I was growing up. Was played for him.
Yeah, and you started in your dad's band, right? 13 playing bass.
Yeah, that was it was I don't know it was horrifying.
Oh, I can imagine.
13 years old, and there was one show where my dad's bass player couldn't make the gig, and he's like, you know all these songs, just get up there and play the show. I was like, okay, so I did, and I was back by my amp, tucked away, not looking at anybody, just looking at the ground, scared to death. And after the gig, they gave me $60. And I was like, you can get rich doing this.
So which one of you guys is older?
I am.
Cameron's
okay.
4.5 years old.
So ask your older brother a question. Come on.
Oh man, I like just listening to the story.
Just taking up real estate.
Yeah, looking good.
So you got started musically before he did?
No.
I started.
My brother started first. Yeah, how old were you?
I was 4 when I got that first little Applause by Ovation acoustic guitar. And I think by the time I was done with the first grade, I had already written a couple of songs and was starting to play alongside Dad on stage and stuff. And
I was in 5th grade band, and we were in the band hall rehearsing. Got my little trumpet, first chair. Got a little trumpet, and my band director came in and said, "We have a special guest today," and my little brother comes walking in with his little guitar.
I was probably dressed
Showing
like Rex
you up
Hurley
is
and
what was
He
going
was.
on.
Remember that show? Remember that movie, Rustler's Rhapsody? Rex Hurley was singing cowboy. He had this big thing buttoned to his shirt with an eagle on it, fringy sleeved cowboy
Just
hat.
took your first chair and said, "You know what? I
That's
don't
my
even
little
care."
brother walking in, sat down in front of the entire band and played a song that he wrote.
What do you write about in first grade, man? Like stealing lunch money?
It was
Feet are burning, but my body's cold.
Yeah.
They remember it, dude.
Yeah, because mom would tell, because I was complaining that I was cold, and she was just like, well, put your feet by the heater. If your feet are warm, the rest of you will be warm. And then I ended up turning that, my feet were burning, but my body's cold, into some kind of love dance song.
That's
Mom's
awesome.
got it somewhere.
Well, you were in kindergarten, I think.
Might have been, yeah. Kindergarten, first grade.
Golly. That's awesome. I was embarrassed as hell. My face was red, and I was hiding under my jacket.
You're feeling good about yourself, man.
Everybody's
Your first
looking
chair
at me
trumpet.
like, "That's your little brother." It's like, don't look at me.
Trying to get back on track a little bit. Man, before I do these interviews the night before, I always spend a couple hours researching by listening to music, watching videos and stuff. It's a really tough job. But 3 hours of listening to Cameran last night. One thing I'm really impressed by you is your videos. Your videos are so well done, man. They're interesting. They collaborate with the music perfectly. So I just want to know how much of a role creatively you have in producing the videos that end up coming out from your camp.
It's probably close to 50-50 with whoever I'm working with at the time. I think we've released 3 videos like that, and 2 of them were with a friend of mine, Roman. He was from France, or is from France. Not was. He's still alive. He's a great man. But he did the
Put down the
Reckless
phone.
right. He did the Reckless in Texas video and the 35 Runs Both Ways video.
Okay.
And Reckless in Texas, like we started out, if you watch the video, we had a storyline going, and we ended up getting in trouble while we were filming the video, and
Just being somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
yeah. And that being a little rowdy, being reckless in Texas, and it really kind of screwed up the whole storyline, and we were just like, whatever, man, we'll just. Roman just said, I'll edit together, make it look like one big party. So it starts out like there's gonna be a plot, and it just goes out
Falls
the window.
apart.
It ends with us dragging a boat across a field, waving a Texas flag at the end of it. So
that was all done on the fly.
Oh yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
Keep filming and keep tearing stuff up.
Speaking of that song, man, the guitar work in that song is insane. Was that you playing?
It is. Yeah, it is me and Rob McNally.
Okay.
Doing the guitar.
Man, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
Man, I really like that song. It's a classic honky tonk song.
Right.
It's like 90s era honky tonk, like Mark Chestnut used to
Right.
do, that Beaumont sound almost. So I know one of the first things you did as, I guess, part of the music career is doing shows and selling merch for Gary Stewart.
I never got to do a show with him. I always wanted to.
Right. But I heard a story that you actually played his guitar, or played his song with his guitar.
That guitar you watched the sound check with, that's Gary's guitar.
Really?
Yes, sir. That's Domino.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've had it for 2 years now, and I actually had it longer than that, but I was scared to death to take it out of my house. Like, I had it locked up. I can't be responsible for this thing, and then they came back and said, well, if you're not going to use it, we'd like to send it with someone who will. We want it to be played. And I was like, well, I understand that. And, Gary taught me a lot, good and bad. But so I figured, why not? Let's take it out, and cleaned it up, and been playing it for the last 2 years.
That's a pretty good start to a story.
Yeah.
It's like, man, my story started with Gary Stewart selling merchandise. Man, that's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, I guess. I'm 13 years old and got some guy pushing you up against the wall, pissed off because you looked at his girlfriend. I'm like, I'm not even old enough to be in here, dude.
Those are life lessons, man.
Oh yeah, learned a lot real quick.
So have you guys ever played in a band together?
Other than playing some shows with Dad now.
Yeah, or maybe some church shows or something like that, but we've never actually had a band together that went out.
Just think about this, man. Like, you guys could just pick a venue, and you could go trumpet, you could go guitar. Think about the tickets y'all would sell.
We'll call it the Nelson
Get
Family.
Kurt Baxley on bass.
Kurt Baxley. Yeah, Kurt Cameron.
Kurt Cameran Nelson.
Cameron Nelson.
You heard it here, Kurt Cameran Nelson. And the Full House Band.
Patent pending.
So if anybody's an 80s child, you'll get that reference. If not, I'm very sorry. Google it. So I know now that you have a new record coming for us.
It's finished. We've been sitting on it for a little while. We've had some release plans that we're still kind of hanging on to, but we don't have a date set yet. But the record's done. It sounds awesome. We'll let you know when it's coming out. And
Does it have a title yet?
Fast Enough.
Okay.
Because it can't come out fast enough.
So there's no song with that title? Or
Yeah,
anything?
Fast Enough is actually this. I'll play it here for you on the couch here in a minute.
Okay, very cool. So all these songs that you've released, you've had multiple week #1 songs. You've been nominated for awards. What is the favorite thing that you've done? What is your favorite part of Cameran Nelson's journey so far?
Man, it's I think it's the journey itself. Honestly, like we get to go so many places and play all these different towns all over everywhere. Towns we've never heard of. We were even finding towns in Texas I didn't know existed, and they have little music scenes, and it's just cool just being along for the ride and seeing things grow. And even when we have nights that are slow, it's still a blast. We've got a great group of guys that we travel with, and it's just killer. Love doing it.
I think you have a good mindset too, where you look at this as play. You say, I'm playing the show, and you look at it as play, because once you're on stage, that's when the fun starts. All the work is done, and you're just going to play now.
Yeah, I mean, if you let all the negative stuff get to you, I mean, it's just going to affect the show, and then the people in the audience are going to notice and wonder what's going on, and they may not come back. And we just have once the downbeat hits, it's fun time, party time, drink, have a good time, and make sure everybody else in the crowd is having a good time also. Very
cool. All right, so I have one last question before we get into our surprise segment that we don't ever tell our guests about, but you'll like it, I hope.
Is that where the couch come in? Those are bad videos. Don't watch them.
No, don't watch them. So, last question. Who is Cameran Nelson?
My driver's license says I am. I guess I love music. I love playing music. I love my family. My wife and I have 4 kids now. I had to count real quick. There's a new one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But
didn't use your fingers, so that's a plus.
Right. Yeah. So husband, dad, musician, hunter. I don't know. Just here for the ride.
Awesome.
Hey everybody, it's Brandon Ryder on this side. Thank you for tuning in to the ETX Rocks show.
Alright, so we are back with Cameran Nelson in our What the Heck segment, guys. If you've been watching the ETX Rock show, you know that we like to surprise our guests with a game every episode. And we're going to play What the Heck with Cameran. So the way this works, man, is I'm just going to ask you 10 questions. Some of them can be deep, some of them are stupid and silly, but I just want you to tell me the first thing that pops into your head.
All right.
All right, sound good?
It might be bad for y'all.
That's all right.
Let's do it.
So this is What the Heck with Cameran Nelson. All right, number 1, man, on average, how many times do you hurt yourself every week attempting to dance in the shower?
No, I don't get hurt in the shower. If you stopped at how many times a week do you get hurt, it's often. In the shower, I'm in, washed up. Done.
So you just don't dance in the shower?
No.
All right.
No.
Very cool.
It's slippery. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it could be. You're right, especially for us bigger guys.
Right.
All right, number 2. Why do you think the chicken crossed the road?
Well, my first go-to is to get to the other side. The guy had places to be and things to do. He's a busy man.
Very true. I always think it's
Busy
because there's
chicken.
better internet on the other side or something.
Man, there's better internet everywhere other than where I am. So look, I'll show you right now. You read that? It says no service ever.
T-Mobile?
AT&T.
Oh.
You would think I'd have service.
You would think so. All right, number 3. How do we know the pet foods are the flavors that they claim to be?
As I try them.
You try them?
Yeah, they're legit. They're good.
Are they? Mm-hmm. So like if it says like carrots and salmon, you'll try it just to make sure that's actually what it is?
I mean, why not?
So you guys heard it here. Cameron Nelson is a dog food lover.
Me and my brother Jack one night got real drunk in my garage when I lived in Lubbock, and my guitar player came out and was like, "What the hell are y'all doing?" We were sitting over a box of milk bones.
That's awesome.
Eating milk bones.
You gotta
right?
dip them in milk, though.
Milk bones.
Yeah, they're better if you
Coors Light.
dip them in milk. It says it right there on the box.
All right, number 4. When God sneezes, what do you tell him?
ETX Rock Show, bless you.
Yes, that is true. All right, number 5. If Superman is so dang smart, why does he wear his underwear over his pants?
He's a trendsetter.
Yeah?
I mean, everybody needs to be like Superman, so I think we should all start wearing our underwear outside our pants.
I'll tell you what, you should do that tonight.
Or his pee dribble is more than most.
Now we get the truth. He has urinary problems. That's why he wears glasses.
Well, he's Superman, you know, he's probably got more pee dribble than everybody else.
All right, number 6. Are we on 6? We'll go with 6. Why do you need an appointment to see a psychic?
That's a great question. So he can... Wait. He just wants to make sure you know when you're supposed to be there. He already knows.
He knows, but he wants to
they're
make sure you're going to be on
frauds.
time. My question is, like, every so often I'll see, like, a tarot card or a psychic place that's going out of business. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, they
you would have thought
seen
they'd known that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they do know and they're getting out early.
It could be. All right, number 7. Now, I have never, ever seen Donald Duck wearing pants. Have you?
No, I haven't.
All right, so why do you think he wears a towel when he gets out of the shower?
Because he's got the bills to pay for towels. I don't know. That was a horrible joke. Sorry.
Pee dribble.
Pee dribble again. Let's go back to
dribble.
it. I'm going to default to pee dribble.
Yeah, pee dribble is going to be the answer to every question now. All right, number 8. You are alive in the 1920s, so you're actually living in the 1920s, and you run into a time traveler with an iPhone 7, and their ringtone goes off and it's Miley Cyrus. How do you react?
I say, get me to 1985 so I can write a whole bunch of songs that I know are going to be great.
So it's all about...
I'm going to write all the big hits in 1985 from 1986 on to 2017.
So just hearing Miley Cyrus makes you just want to write better music than hers.
No, I'm going to write her songs before she does.
Oh!
And I'm gonna write
so that
George
way they'll
Strait
be
songs.
better.
I'm going to write Metallica songs. Well, they had songs before that were huge, but you know what I mean. I'm going to write all the famous songs first.
All right. So you're basically going to try to bribe this time traveler into taking you to 1985.
I'll split it with him. He can have 10%.
All right. Very cool. All right. Number 9. You are stranded on a deserted island. Now, you can choose any famous person, alive or dead, to be stranded there with you. So first, tell me which person is there with you, and then give me 3 items you would need to entertain that person.
That's a real hard question. Stranded on an island, for one, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You can promise me there's no internet. Promise me there's
Nope,
none
it's
of
just
that
a
stuff.
deserted island with nothing on it but you and
Leave
this
me out
famous
there
person.
by myself. Just leave me out there. I'll be fine. Man, I don't know. That's a one person.
Mm-hmm. And they can be alive or dead.
Golly, man. Well, the man in me would want to pick a woman, but
Your wife could be watching.
I know. So
But she isn't there.
she's not there. You said it was just me. I don't know, man. Of the people that I know and have gotten to know in my life, I would say my wife. She's my best friend, and she's fun to be around. She's hilarious. I probably wouldn't have to take a guitar because she doesn't care. You're like, yeah, whatever.
All right, so what 3 items would you need to entertain your wife?
Oh, man. Shoes. Amazon.com.
There's no internet, man.
You said I can have 3 things. That's one of them. And Pinterest.
All answer ever. Okay. Number 10. If 4 out of 5 people suffer from diarrhea, does that mean the 5th person enjoys it?
Probably. That's a weird thing to like, but
yeah, it would be.
Your butt's throwing up. It's horrible. It's not a good thing. I don't think anybody should have to go through that.
I agree.
But we all do. Every time we drink too much, we end up with it.
Yeah, I'm just worried about that 5th person that enjoys it.
Well,
that's just a weird thing.
To each his own, I guess.
Yeah, you need to be calling like psych or something down for that.
That's a weird question.
Right?
5th person enjoys it. All right.
All right, so that was What the Heck with Cameran Nelson.
What the heck?
Yep.
That's exactly right.
He finally said it. That's the point of the game. You actually you won the game.
All right.
All right, so you are going to play another song for us. And this is a brand new song from the new record.
This one's brand new. We even this will be the title track of the new record.
Fast
a song
Enough.
Called Fast Enough. Yeah.
Is this a debut? Has this been played anywhere before?
No, it hasn't.
Very cool. So we are debuting a new Cameran Nelson song right here on the ETX Rock Show. Y'all check this out. It's called Fast Enough.
Live for the night and we pray for a rush. In towns like ours and kids like us, straight poker face going out of our minds, counting the days and wasting time. We ain't afraid, but we're running like hell. So much to say, but we never tell. There ain't a line left uncrossed. From high school hearts to fed up cops, and we're about to drive me like a stolen. Live like you're hanging on to one last breath. Love like there'll never be another. It's when you're young. You can't live, can't love, can't drive fast enough. You can't stop, but you can't slow down. Friday nights we're all slipping out. Your boy's got your back, your girl's by your side. Chasing a buzz, riding high. And she says, drive me like a stolen. Live like you're hanging on to one last breath. Love like there'll never be another. 'Cause when you're young, you can't live, can't love, can't drive fast enough. Yeah, drive it like you stole it. Live like you're hanging on to one last breath. Love like there'll never be another. 'Cause when you're young, you can't live, can't love, can't drive. You can't live, can't love, can't drive. You can't live, can't love, can't drive fast enough. Oh, fast enough. Hey.
All right, so we are back with Cameran, and again, I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in to the ETX Rock Show. This is episode 211. So, Cameran, for those listeners or viewers out there that may not have heard of you yet, where can they follow along with Cameran Nelson on social media?
We do all the social stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, farmersonly.com, Chicken Tender, all of them. So, and it's just at Cameran Nelson, Cameran Nelson, or /Cameran Nelson, and then CameranNelson.com.
Right, and I would definitely implore everybody to check out CameranNelson.com. It's a very good website to keep up with Cameran and his tour dates, and you can get his merch and music and all that stuff on there as well.
That's the most I've ever said my own name in one sentence, I think, ever. So
We'll cut it out like 4 times.
Cameran Nelson, Cameran Nelson, Cameran Nelson.
So, Plugging. All right, guys, so we've been sitting here talking with Cameran Nelson, first time ever on the ETX Rock Show. I definitely want to thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Taking some time out of your busy day.
No problem.
He's going to be playing tonight at Cowboys, or Coaches and Cowboys in Tyler. I hope you guys will check them out as well. They have some of the biggest Texas country artists ever coming through here every single month. So check them out on Facebook as well. If you're tuning into the ETX Rock Show for the first time, I definitely want to thank y'all for doing that. You can follow along with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ETX Rocks. If you want to donate financially to us and help us upgrade our set and stuff like that, you can do so at paypal.me/ETX Rocks. I also want to thank Jack Nelson for driving up here and sitting in with us. And make sure you check out his episode coming next month as well. I think that'll be out in January or February of 2018, so that'll be a lot of fun as well. As we always say on the show, we want to thank you guys out there for always supporting live music of all genres, all styles, and don't ever forget,
ETX rocks.
Howdy, folks. This is Aaron Watson.
This is Bree Bagwell.
This is Jake. And this is Walter from Rocky Queen.
This is Curtis Grimes.
Monty Pittman.
This is Doug Supernon.
I'm Heather Little.
This is Rob Redwine.
Ho! Hey, folks, I'm WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hey guys, I'm Katie Lynn, and make sure to tune in to ETX Rocks with
Boston Chris.
Hello, y'all. This is Ronnie Millsap, and thanks for tuning in to the ETX Rocks show.
Tough guy. Ho!
Hey, guys, we're Blacktop Mojo, and thank you for tuning in to ETX Rocks.